Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is an actor who has appeared in television shows like Ballers and Showtime's Power. And he's here today to talk about the hit VH1 show, The Breaks, and his character, Help me welcome to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, Mr. Antoine Harris. Welcome to the show. Well, first I want to say congratulations on The Breaks, from going from a VH1 movie to a series. Did you have an inkling that it may even be going to a series?
You know the funny thing, Charmaine, like in the back of my brain, I'm praying that it happens. But in this business, like you can't really. It's tough to be like, yeah, it's gonna happen. Because the second you think that it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of really, I approached the character like, oh, he could live on for forever. But I approached the opportunity like, this is probably gonna be the last time that we do this when we shot the pilot. So when we got the news, like, of course I was praying for it and I was happy for it, but I did not expect it. I did not expect it. It was a pleasant surprise when we got that call. It was a pleasant surprise.
And it's funny, as a viewer, when I watched the VH1 movie, I could see it going to series. So it was something that I expected because it was so good. I expected it to go to a series, especially with the way it ended. I'm like, okay, it can't just end like this. So I was like, okay, they must have known that it was going to a series. So I had no idea that you guys really didn't know. Interesting.
Oh, no, we had no idea. But we signed a backdoor pilot, and the backdoor pilot basically is, hey, this is a film. If the film does well, we're going to roll this directly into the series. So, of course, the option was there, but as far as it happening, they didn't make it seem like it was 50-50. They made it seem like it was a long shot. It had to perform well, and it did. Thank you to everybody who watched. We appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason that it became a series. You know what I'm saying? You guys made that happen for us. We had no idea that it was going to be a series when we started shooting.
Now, how did you find out about the film, and what led you to audition?
Oh, wow. My manager actually told me about the film, and it was crazy because I was down in Miami shooting Ballers with the director, Steve Mann. He's actually directing an episode of Ballers, and he didn't tell me about the project. Like, because I play a totally different type of person on Ballers, so he just probably didn't know, that I could, go there as well. And he was directing it, and I auditioned for it in New York. I had the tape. And then I flew back in, and then I auditioned, and then Steve came into town. He was an executive producer, and he's like, wow. Then I auditioned for him as well. But my managers told me about it. And I fell in love with it from the second they told me about it. I'm from New York. I'm an 80s baby. It's hip-hop. I love hip-hop. Music is always given to me. This was like an opportunity for me to be able to give some music, for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I just auditioned just like, every other opportunity. And I just, I was blessed enough to get this one.
Now, you play a character by the name of and the thing that's interesting about you, Antoine, is like when I see your picture on the red carpet, you're smiling, you appear warm, and then I watch you on the breaks, and your eyes are dark and mysterious, and your character is cold. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to know, how did you even, channel this character that seems so different from who you are personally?
Wow, great question. I gotta say, like, I'm from Queens. I'm from Queens, New York, and some of my friends went that course, and I always knew, and I was always busy. My parents always had me in athletics, or they always had me doing something. So I didn't really live that life, but I was very close to it. So for I kind of was able to pull from people who I knew and who I saw. And in addition to that, it sounds crazy and morbid, but I also watched a lot of interviews with serial killers, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, they believe that what they're doing is the right thing to be doing. They believe that they're justified, and they believe that almost their evil is good. And I kind of had to make sure that I believe, even when he went to his darkest places, I had to believe that it was natural. This was the right thing for me to do. In addition to studying those crazy people, I also studied great white sharks, because, doesn't say very much. He's a man of few words. So I was inclined to animals. And animals, they don't waste. They're not greedy. They don't do extra unnecessary movement. Everything is driven by need. So I kind of I tap into a great white shark a lot with if you ever, he paces, he circles, his eyes are dark. When he attacks, it's pretty instant. When he's moving, and he's moving kind of in silence, and he's still, and he's calm with that stillness. So I kind of use it. I pull from a lot of places, to be honest. On the lyrical side of him, I pull from the great, hip hop, Jay, Biggie, Nas, Primo, DMX, and all of these legends I was able to just go back and listen to, because I kind of tried to approach them like, if I was actually in 1990, I would want to be able to compete with these people. So I kind of, I drew from him dualistically. He had two very distinct sides to me. When he was outside of music, he was totally different than when he was in it.
Yeah, because your eyes. It's a true watching it. I've
Yeah.
watched a lot of shows, but it's something about your eyes, and I even had to go look at pictures to see if your eyes were really that dark. And the way you look at the characters on the show, it's like you looking straight through them. Almost intimidating. And you have this. I was watching. I was screening Monday night's episode last night, and how you look through people. I'm like, I don't know where you got that from, but you did some studying, and you are a true actor. I have to give it to you. But before we go, I have to ask
Thank
you
you.
this question, Antoine. You're welcome. What were some of the biggest challenges you
Thank
had to overcome in your career?
you. Biggest challenges I had to overcome in my career will probably be the earliest one and the most necessary one to beat up will probably be self-doubt. You talk about you chasing something for 6, 7 years, and you grown man age. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like you out of college, and it's almost like you're the only one that knows, or you're the only one that sees it, and you're trying to put these pieces together, making minimal fun, going into overdraft. I think those are the biggest challenges. To kind of keep fueling myself and just say, hey, man, like everything worth having is a journey, is a struggle, and just kind of finding stillness in that and knowing the struggle of an artist is the struggle of an artist until you reach freaking a level where you're secure. Security and artistry aren't usually related that closely. So you get to a certain point.
Hmm.
So those were the main things that I had to overcome. Just being comfortable with not many results for a while. Not many external results. So that was the main thing that I had to kind of get used to and get still with. Other than that, everything else, the work, the study, the practice, the low paying hours, and I wouldn't change any of that. I feel like that makes you appreciate it more when you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm starting to see a little bit of the sunshine on the other side of these hills.
Well, what a great way to end it. Thank you so much, Antoine, for coming on the show. And I want to remind everyone to make sure that you tune in to VH1 The Breaks Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Pacific. Again, let's check out Antoine Harris as the mysterious on The Breaks. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Lady Charmaine. Thank you for real.
You're
Have a
welcome.
great day. Thank you for having me.
You too.
Lady Charmaine.